Daddy, what are you even doing? Why are you faking our deaths?
Just trust me, Audrey. So long as that plane crashes into Gabby's bar with Headless Rebecca, Gunner, and Griffin on board, you and I are guaranteed long and happy lives.
Hi, everybody.
Griffin?
Griffin, you're not on my plane?
Hi, Mr. Sunderman. No, I'm at the tiny airport. Was that your plane I was on before?
Yes. How did you get off?
Oh, gosh, I'm not sure. I woke up on it tied to a woman with no head. I try to maintain a positive attitude most of the time, but I have to admit that was awfully disturbing.
Griffin, I'm so happy you're okay.
I'm fine, Gabby, except for a little headache from Mr. Steele hitting me.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. At least I have a head. Sorry, was that inappropriate? I'm still processing waking up face to face with a face that's not located where a face is supposed to be located.
Gunner, did you let Griffin free before you took off?
Not me, kid. That was a few minutes ago, when I was still a bad guy.
I felt the plane start up and tried to untie myself, but when I shifted around, the severed head rolled out of the woman's lap and into mine. We made eye contact, and I fainted from the existential horror of the situation. I woke up a few minutes ago, lying in the grass beside the runway, and the plane was gone.
But who got you off the plane?
I did, of course. I'm the only one left.
Vivian.
She's been listening in. I added her to the call a few minutes ago.
You two know each other?
Intimately. Gabby's been most helpful, providing me with the clues I needed to unravel your plan, Edwin.
Gabby, you told me you never told my plans to anyone.
I lied. I can make moves of my own, Eddie. I'm not your ignorant stooge.
All right, you were for 4 years, so don't sprain your wrist patting yourself on the back because you wised up at the last possible minute.
She wised up just in the nick of time, Edwin. Would you like to tell everyone what you've been up to, or should I?
If it means a few moments peace from your banshee's wail, then fine, I'll tell the truth. My waterfront development project is a scam.
We all knew that, Daddy.
I just assumed it, even before I knew about all your other crimes.
I didn't know. You fooled me, Mr. Sunderman.
Griffin, you forged the planning documents for me.
I did? Gosh, you shouldn't ask your assistant to do illegal things, Mr. Sunderman. That's not right. Say, I just remembered, your last assistant lost her head in a helicopter accident. Was that the missing woman in the plane with me?
Yes, God, Griffin. We covered that ages ago. Catch up. Go on, Daddy.
Thank you, sweetheart. I've taken in hundreds of millions of dollars for this non-existent project, which I've funneled into an anonymous overseas account. When the less reputable investors find out that their money is gone, naturally they'll want to kill me. So I'm faking our deaths so we can start over with new identities in Europe. See, it's all perfectly simple.
Not so simple now, Mr. Sunderman. With the kid not on the plane, there ain't gonna be a body for you to pass off as you.
Oh, Gunner, I didn't get where I am without being adaptable. Another dental record swap, a few more payoffs, and you'll serve just fine. I'll have to explain why I was flying the plane. But a quick visit to the secret internet that only rich people can access should help.
Secret internet?
I never told you about the secret rich person internet. That's where I got my Galapagos penguin.
Mr. Bowtie? Whatever happened to him?
Daddy got tired of refrigerating the mansion, so he flushed him.
Oh.
No, he's fine. Daddy said he got a job serving drinks at a country club in Alaska.
That was probably a lie, Audrey.
What? No. Mr. Bowtie.
There. Now I have a pilot's license. God, I love being rich enough to do anything I want.
You'll never pull this off, Eddie. Everyone here knows what you're up to.
You and Gunner will be dead in a few minutes, and for anyone else who's thinking of talking, keep in mind that the secret internet's version of Amazon offers a wide range of killers for hire, and I have Prime.
Did you say my sister will be dead in a few minutes?
Yes, God, Griffin, we can't keep going back over everything for you.
Gabby?
I'm sorry, Griffin. The plane is headed right for the bar, and I'm locked in.
I'm coming. I'll get you out.
No, Griffin, you're too far away to get here in time. Stay at the airport where you're safe.
For Gabby.
It's okay, buddy. I love you.
I love you too, Gabby.
Would you two please stop monopolizing the conversation so that someone else can get a word in edgewise? Edwin, it would seem as if you've thought of everything.
I should have taken you out years ago, Vivian. It was only for the sake of Angela's memory that I'd allowed you to plague me for so long. But that's over.
I wouldn't be so certain.
You don't seem all that concerned that I'm going to have you killed.
I might be, if it weren't for the 6 heavily armed men guarding my home.
The what now?
The armed guards provided by the same investors you're so worried about. I wouldn't worry about me talking, Edwin, because I already have.
You talked to my investors?
We had a very productive meeting. I've told them all about your plans for the waterfront, or lack thereof.
You told them everything?
Almost. I only recently pieced together your plan to fake your own deaths when I was investigating the flight you were supposedly taking today, and I found a dead girl that looked like Auwghdraiyghe and a rather bloated Griffin wearing one of your suits.
That's why you made me gain 30 pounds?
You gained 30 pounds?
It all goes right to my hips.
That means when the plane crashes, they won't know I'm not on it.
And I'm perfectly happy to leave them ignorant, Edwin dear. They're rather hot for revenge, so following through on your faux demise would be a most prudent course of action.
And I suppose you'll want something in exchange for your silence?
Something? No, Edwin, I don't want something. I want everything.
What?
I want you to turn over every penny you've taken from those investors to me.
But then they'll just come after you instead.
Oh no, I've made a proposal for a waterfront development project of my own, a genuine one. I've spent so many years walking up and down the dock selling those counterfeit gift cards that I know exactly what's needed to turn the local economy around and to return their investment to them tenfold.
But Mother, climate change. The waterfront will be gone and...
You think I don't listen to you, my darling child, but Mother, here's all. My plan includes a seawall to prevent future flooding in the area. The investors are quite interested. All I need to do now is recover the money that Edwin's stolen.
And if I do this, you'll let them think I'm dead?
Yes. I will need one more teensy thing.
Of course. And what is that?
The salt fortune.
The what?
I want every penny back that you've stolen from my family and every dollar you've earned since that treacherous act. I want all of your companies, your assets, your properties. I want the shirt off your back and the shoes off your feet. I'll leave you scrounging in the gutter for scraps, just as you did me so many years ago.
You suck.
What about me? There's a body on the plane that's supposed to be me, and the only thing I know how to scrounge for is wet $1,000 bills during a game of bobbing for $1,000 bills.
Never fear, Auwghdraiyghe. My thirst for vengeance doesn't extend to you. We'll say Edwin kept his headless assistant's body around as a sex thing. Everyone will believe that.
Yeah, they probably will.
What's it to be, Edwin? Death as a rich man or life as a pauper?
Why do you hate me so much, Vivian? We were so close once. What changed?
You know exactly what changed. You took my sister from me. You corrupted her and involved her in the deal that bankrupted and killed my parents. Angela was a shining angel. You tarnished her.
Are you joking? Angela, an angel? You've really believed that all these years?
Of course. Angela was the good twin, and I was the bad twin. It's basic twin genetics.
Angela stole your parents' fortune, not me.
What?
It was all Angela's idea. She told me exactly what to do to take them for everything they had.
You're a liar.
Frequently, but not about this. Angela was the brains in our relationship. I was nothing when we met, just middle upper class trash. She used your parents' stolen fortune to build Sunderman Industries from the ground up. She let me be the face while she called the shots behind the scenes. Every deal I've ever made, crooked or legit, started with her.
I can back that up, Viv, baby. I used to work for Mrs. Sunderman, and she was way better at being rotten than Mr. Sunderman is. No offense, Mr. Sunderman.
None taken, Gunner.
Her plans didn't take so long to explain, for one thing.
All right.
This can't be true. Angela and I kept no secrets from one another.
She knew how you felt about what happened to your parents, and she didn't want you to hate her. She wanted to use the money to take care of you and Elven, but you always refused because you thought it came from me.
You mean we could have been rich this whole time?
You still can, Vivian. Now that you know you have no reason to hate me, we can go forward with my original plan. Let me keep the money I stole. Tell the investors the money was lost with me. They'll think Auwghdraiyghe and I are dead, and you and Elven can inherit the fortune I'm leaving behind.
That doesn't sound entirely unreasonable.
Don't buy it, Vivian. Eddie's broke. That's why he came up with this plan in the first place. It's why he's faking Audrey's death, too. If he's declared dead, there won't be anything left for her or you to inherit.
Damn it, Gabby, you are really riding my jock today. Fine, I may be having some slight financial difficulties. Running a multinational corporation is hard.
Daddy, is that why you've been firing all our staff?
Yes. Without your mother around to guide me these past few years, Sunderman Industries is bleeding money.
I suppose I knew Angela wasn't a pillar of purity once I saw that video from the blowhole. I just didn't want to believe it.
Mother, so you left the computer on that Auwghdraiyghe found?
Of course, darling. I'd been following the same clues you children had, only one step ahead. I would have erased any evidence that I had been there, but I found a hasty departure prudent once I found the C4.
I did the exact same thing, Aunt Vivian. Daddy, did you rig the blowhole to explode?
No, sweetheart, I rigged the entire waterfront to explode. The official reason will be a gas leak triggered by the plane crash. The scope of the disaster should keep anyone I didn't manage to bribe from looking too closely into my death. I think of everything.
But Daddy, I'm at the waterfront.
I thought you were with Elven.
No, I only left the blowhole a few minutes ago. I went into an empty t-shirt store to call you.
Run, Auwghdraiyghe!
Too late. I can see the waterfront now. Her only chance is for Mr. Sunderman to turn this plane around.
Mr. Sunderman is controlling the plane?
Yes, Griffin, God.
The moment is at hand, Edwin, and my ultimatum stands. Do you move forward with your plan, keeping your stolen funds, murdering your own daughter, and hoping that the highly motivated, resourceful, and ruthless investors don't find you in Europe? Or do you turn everything over to me?
I have one last card to play, Vivian. If you reveal to the investors that I'm still alive, I'll reveal the secret that you've been trying so desperately to keep from Elven all these years.
Oh, is it that you're my biological father, Uncle Edwin?
Yes, it's that.
Elven, you knew.
Oh, I figured it out after Gunnar told me it wasn't him. He said Uncle Edwin had a DNA test that proved Gunnar wasn't my father, but why would Uncle Edwin have Gunnar's paternity tested? It must have been his own. I put that together with all those stories people keep telling me about how wild you used to be, Mother, and how close you and Uncle Edwin were.
It's my great shame, Elven. I never wanted you to know.
I forgive you, Mother. I see now you were right about how wicked Uncle Edwin is. Gunnar's a far better parental role model than Uncle Edwin could ever be.
I'm right here.
Holy cannoli, kid. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me. I'm going to be dumping tears out of my looky-loos if you keep this up.
I mean it, Gunnar. It's never too late to be a better...
Hold that thought, kid. I just had a thought of my own.
Huh. I guess he doesn't want anyone to see him dump tears out his looky-loos.
I can hear the plane.
Better hurry, Edwin.
All right, you harpy, you win.
Say it again.
You win. There. I've transferred it all to you. The stolen fortune, my own fortune, everything.
So you have. Elven. Oh, Elven. I think I'm happy.
Now turn the plane around, Eddie.
Please don't make my sister go missing, Mr. Sunderman.
Yeah, slight problem there, Griffin. I still need the plane crash to fake my death.
Mother, do something.
Your father, uncle, is right, Elven. I'll never be able to enjoy the sight of him living off scraps from the gutter if my new business partners murder him.
Daddy, steer the plane somewhere else.
I don't actually know how to fly a plane, Audrey. I bought my pilot's license off the rich person's internet, remember?
Daddy, I'll die.
And I feel just awful about that, sweetheart.
Gunnar, just in time for a last goodbye. Despite everything, I do have fond memories of our time together. I'm sorry that you have to die so that I can be rich again.
Don't be sorry, Viv. I'm sticking it to you one last time.
I beg your pardon?
I dumped the fuel. Can't steer the plane, but I can still do that. I ain't gonna make it to the bar.
Gabby, you're saved.
And more importantly, so am I.
But Gunnar, you'll still crash.
But not at the bar, like you planned. I saved the day. I'm a hero, right, kid?
Good job, Gunnar. I'm so proud of you.
Where are you going to crash instead, Gunnar?
I'm coming up fast on the blowhole. That's empty, right?
Right. Except for the explosives chained up and down the waterfront, which will go off when you crash, killing Audrey and Gabby anyway. You've achieved nothing, Gunnar. Nothing.
Aw, nuts.
Audrey?
Gabby? But we saved her.
Griffin? Griffin, can you hear me?
Gabby, you're alive.
Oh, I'm fine, buddy. I'm fine. Everything shook and I think the whole rest of the waterfront exploded. But the bar's still standing. And so am I.
Oh, right. I didn't bother to rape the bar to explode since I was planning on crashing a plane into it anyway.
Then Gunnar did save you after all. But, Audrey.
Gosh, I'm sorry about your missing cousin, Elven.
Hi, that was the worst. I officially hate explosions now.
Audrey! Sweetheart, you're alive!
Yeah, no thanks to you, Daddy.
How did you survive? Did the t-shirt shop explode?
It totally did, Elven. I made it to the door right as the plane crashed, and then the building exploded like a second later. Luckily, I got all tangled up in a big pile of extra large novelty t-shirts. I got thrown across the street inside a ball of them, and they cushioned my fall. The explosion was so bright, the t-shirts are burned into my vision. When I close my eyes, all I can see is I'm married to a tough-talking, Harley-riding, America-loving dental hygienist. I'm his queen and he's my king. And if you mess with me, you'd better say your prayers, mister, because dental hygienists love hard and fight hard. And I thank God every day that I'm lucky enough to be loved by one.
Wow. Really makes you think.
Where are you, Audrey? Are you safe?
Yeah, I'm in that sketchy public restroom by the water where people who can't afford sex clubs go to have sad free sex. Everything's burning, Elven. It's crazy. I can see Gabby's bar way down by the far end, but everything else is just gone.
I don't suppose you see Gunnar?
I'm right by where the plane hit the blowhole. I'm sorry, Elven. There's no way.
Cheer up, my darling. Gunnar died doing what he did best, fulfilling my needs. With his sacrifice, our wealth is restored and my decades-long thirst for vengeance is sated. I'd call that a happy ending, wouldn't you?
Happy ending? Vivian, how can you say that?
Now, Gabby, don't be so gloomy. This is a happy ending for you as well. Your bar is still standing. You still own it. I'll revitalize the waterfront around it, and you can reap your share of the profits. Every lie that Edwin told you is about to come true.
At what cost, Vivian? How many people died in this explosion?
Just Gunnar. Weren't you paying attention?
No, how many other people?
I don't understand. All 6 of us are here.
Other people, Vivian. Other people who might have been at the waterfront tonight.
Oh, not that many, Gabby. All those businesses were closed. Probably just some randos with no names.
You see, Gabby, no one that matters.
Everybody matters, Vivian.
I'm sorry, I don't follow. Ooh, I had a thought. How about I come down to the bar for a celebratory frolic in the rubble? Vanquishing my enemies always makes me amorous.
Oh, Mother.
You're a monster, Vivian. Just like Edwin. This town is full of monsters, and I've been a monster too, going along with both of your plans. I'm done. I'm going to start being the person Griffin believed I always was.
So, no sex?
Griffin, meet me at my house.
Oh, what are we doing, Gabby?
I don't know, buddy. All I know is you, me, and my comatose wife are getting the hell out of this distant falls before it destroys what's left of our souls. Goodbye forever, you irredeemable demons. I hope someday you rot in the hells you've made for yourselves.
Well, now I'm glad I've been paying that kid to throw eggs at her.
I guess this is goodbye then. Bye, Audrey. I'm glad you're okay.
I'm not, but thanks.
Bye, Mr. Sunderman. Thanks for giving me a job. I'm sorry I can't work for you anymore.
I feel like you still don't really have a grasp on what happened here, Griffin, but sure, you're welcome.
Bye, Miss Salt. Thanks for pulling me out of that plane.
That was done purely to foil Edwin's plans. I have no emotional investment in you whatsoever.
Okay. Bye, Elven. I'm sorry we didn't get to know each other better.
You probably won't be leaving Distant Falls today, Griffin. Maybe we could spend some time together before you go?
Oh, sure. You want to come over and have sex?
I was thinking like more of a date.
Wow. No one's ever asked me for a date before. That sounds pretty wild, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Terrific. I'll text you.
Sorry again about Mr. Steele.
Thanks.
Just family. Elven, meet me over at our new mansion. We've got to start acclimatizing our bodies to our new decadent lifestyle. No more gravel baths for us.
I won't be moving into the mansion, Mother.
I suppose I knew this day would come eventually. Every bird needs to spread their wings and leave the nest at some point. I'll find you a nice apartment in downtown Distant Falls, somewhere with a view of the horrible life we're consigning your Uncle Edwin to. That way, when I visit, we can gloat together.
I'm staying exactly where I am, Mother, in our house. I don't want any of the money you've stolen.
I've stolen nothing. I've recovered our fortune, and I made a legitimate plan for a waterfront development project. I thought you'd be proud of me. After all, this was all for you.
Oh, Mother, this has always been about you.
Elven.
If you really cared about me, Mother, you'd know I would never condone the deaths you've just allowed to take place.
Gunnar again? Elven, he's not your father.
That doesn't matter, Mother. And it's not just Gunnar. It's all this destruction at the waterfront. You don't care who's been hurt so long as you get what you want.
Of course I care, Elven. I sincerely hope that very few lives were lost. They are all future potential customers of the Salt Waterfront District, after all.
You'll never understand, Mother. And I'm done trying to make you. Uncle Edwin, you're just as bad as she is. But you have no idea how to be poor, and you're going to need someone to show you. Come to our house. I'll look after you until you're back on your feet.
You'd do that for me, Elven?
You're in need, and I believe in showing compassion to those in need, Uncle Edwin.
Call me Dad.
Never going to happen. Audrey, you're welcome too, of course. I'll make some dandelion sandwiches, and we can figure out what's next for the three of us.
Thanks, but no thanks.
But where will you go? Your father lost all his money.
You're welcome to remain in the mansion, Audrey. I'm happy to allow you to continue your lifestyle of debauchery and hedonism, unchanged.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do that. Thanks, Aunt Vivian.
Of course.
Audrey,
What?
Mother's completely immoral. You can't stay with her now that you know the truth.
I told you from the start, Elvin, all I wanted was to know what happened to my mother, and now I know. I don't care about the rest of it.
You don't care about all the other lies? About the plotting and revenge and murder?
Not really. Ooh, I got back in my Instagram account. Hashtag blessed.
Think about this, Audrey. You're a good person at heart. I know you are.
Yes, I am Elven. So why should I be punished for the things I didn't even do? If you're really my friend, you wouldn't make me feel guilty just because our parents killed some people or whatever.
I'm disappointed in you, Audrey.
Whatever, Elven. We'll have brunch tomorrow and you'll forget the whole thing.
Never. You'll be the one forgetting the whole thing when you realize how hollow your life of stolen luxury really is.
Ugh, stop lecturing me, Elven. You're such a goody two-shoes sometimes.
If you think I'm so good now, Audrey Sunderman, just you wait. I'm going to make Distant Falls into a beacon of light, hope, and charity, into the type of town where vacuous, self-absorbed people like you aren't welcome.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you think I'm so evil now, Elven Salt, just you wait. I'll turn Distant Falls into a pit of darkness, seediness, and fun. Into the type of town where self-important nags like you aren't welcome.
I'd like to see you try.
Good, because you will.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Children, so emotional.
They'll get over it.
So, I've won.
You have.
Feels good to hear you say that. Almost as good as it feels to be rich again.
Don't get too comfortable, Vivian. I'll be coming for you, you know.
Oh, I know, Edwin. I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
I'll take back what's mine.
I welcome the challenge. But for now, this is goodbye. Enjoy your life of destitution. I recommend you look into the counterfeit gift card market. It's been quite good to me over the years.
Thanks. What's the first thing you're going to do with your restored wealth?
Well, I've dealt with the less savory investors, and now I'll need to approach the legitimate backers. They might need some persuading to not back out after all these changes. I suppose I should practice what I'll say to them.
Good luck. And goodbye, Vivian. For now.
Goodbye. Oh, Edwin. Look after Elven, would you?
Of course. Look after Audrey.
Of course. What would you think if I told you there was a town right here in America, so ridden with trauma that your own personal troubles would appear humorous by comparison? What would you think if I told you this captivating place held buried secrets, familial intrigue, hidden yearnings, forbidden passions, and an almost entirely revenge-driven economy? What would you think if I told you this drama would play out on a stage intimately close, yet strangely removed? You'd think what I think, that this is a town rife with possibility. And you'd be right. This town is my town, the town where I grew up, the town I love. My name is Vivian Salt, and I'd like to welcome you to Distant Falls.